By far, this is the most important step when setting up any roster-driven store on the TUO platform. An accurate, correctly formatted roster will greatly simplify life for everyone involved. In this tutorial, we will go over the key steps in getting your roster ready for upload. The first step is to make sure your data is formatted properly. No matter the form you receive from your club, team, or company, it is imperative to first get it into the proper data format. CSV is the most standard, ubiquitous data format used by most, if not all, technology platforms. CSV stands for comma separated value, which simply means there is one assigned cell of data for each data field available. Example, let's take a look at this player. The first name and the last name of the player should be in individual cells or data fields, therefore the term separated value. If both the first and the last name are in the same cell, and say the last name is to be printed on a jersey, of course the printed name would be incorrect since the first name and the last name were combined into that one cell and read as a single data field. The next step is to properly format your data. The TUO platform follows stringent guidelines so as to ensure data accuracy and integrity, so it is important to follow the standard data template provided by TUO. You can easily download a sample data template by going to the Import Data tab from your club or team dashboard and selecting the Download Sample Format button. Now let's take a minute to review how the data needs to be organized in preparation for the upload. Each row represents a different member of your roster. The role of that member is dignified by the role column, TM meaning team manager and PL meaning player. When importing a team, first you must have a team manager row and then add the players for that team below consecutively. To import multiple teams in one CSV file, simply add another team manager followed by that team's players. The TUO platform supports mandatory data fields and optional data fields. The optional data fields enable even more automation and simplification when they are properly utilized. Now we will go over the fields that are mandatory. First, we have role. As mentioned earlier, this field dignifies a roster member as either a team manager, TM, or player, PL. Next is first and last name. Both of these are mandatory for both team managers and players. Email is required as well. The TUO platform actually supports multiple email addresses for team managers and players. If you would like to add multiple email addresses, you can do so by entering them in the same cell, as long as you separate the multiple email addresses by a comma. A single phone number is required for each member as well. Make sure to only enter the 10 digits of the number by itself, as any extra formatting may cause errors. Next is team name. This is required for all members on your roster. Make sure you enter the exact same team name for your team manager and all of the players in that team. The last mandatory field is age. This field is more flexible than the others. You can enter the age in two formats, either the team year, such as 2004, or the team age, such as U16. Next, we will go over the optional data fields. There are 5 optional data fields, and all of them are used by players only. The first optional field is player number, which is simply the number you'd like to assign to your players. Next is the returning player field, which is used to clarify if a player is new to the team or is returning. Then we have free item eligibility. This field can be used if you would like to give specific players the ability to order any free items you've set up in your store catalog. The next optional field is mandatory product override. This is used if you would like to give specific players the ability to check out without ordering mandatory items in your store catalog. For example, if you have a goalkeeper in your roster and don't want to make them order the mandatory team uniform. The last optional field is print name. This is used if you would like to specify a name to be used by any name personalizations you have set up for products in your store catalog. Of course, if you need assistance at any time, please call the TUO team of specialists at 888-428-5188.